Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program and my channel. My name is EC Gadget. Thank you very much for joining me, and as I said, we're going to be playing Kerbal Space Program today. We're just going to wait for a couple of moments, just while I get a few things set up, but this is hopefully going to be quite interesting, should be enjoyable too, and let's just see. It's been a long time since I've played Kerbal Space Program at all, and I know with Kerbal Space Program 2 coming out soon, or in development, I just want to see if there is something that I can do that I can improve upon. I have modded this version of Kerbal Space Program with some select mods. I think I've got 12 modifications on, including of course the ever popular MechJeb that I have been using since 2014, I guess. That's probably when I got Kerbal Space Program. No, I got Kerbal Space Program before that, but I've definitely been using MechJeb since an early version of it. So certainly 6 years ago is when I started doing that. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I'm thinking of going into career mode, so we might as well just start that. As you can see in the background, things look somewhat different, and that's because of one of the mods. I am using the EVE mod, the EVE mod, which is the environmental environmental visual expansion, that's it. So I am using that. It does say I've got a saved file. I haven't used it in a long time. I'm just going to start new, and we are going to go for I'm actually going to go for the classic career because that is what I am used to. I am also going to go for the NASA flag because why not? No, I'm going to go for the Kerbal Space Program flag. We're going to go for that one just for now. And as this is a test, for me, just to get back into it and see what it's like and what's changed. So we'll have to see from there. Hopefully everybody can hear me absolutely fine. If you cannot, please do let me know, but I'm hoping everybody can. I do apologise for a scratchy throat. But difficulty options, well, I am going to allow reversion of flight, sure. Quick loading, sure. Missing crews respawn, sure. Allow other launch sites, what's that? That's different. Science rewards 100%, fine. We'll just leave it on normal then. That's absolutely fine. Advanced options, enable Kerbal experience, or with this setting off, all astronauts start with maximum experience. No, let's leave that. Let's certainly leave that. Do parts fail when passing their pressure limits? Yes, we should do that. And G-force limits. That sounds about right. Do Kerbals go unconscious after sustaining too much G-force? That sounds good to me. Prevents manually transferring resource across parts that cannot cross-feed with each other. I'm going to leave that for now. SAS on all probes now. Requires signal for control. I'll leave that off. And plasma blackouts. Going down when the link goes through atmospheric plasma. That should be interesting. Okay, so I think we are pretty good there. I'll just go ahead and save game. I'm just going to call test because that is exactly what it is, and I'm going to start. It's been a very, very long time since I have played Kerbal Space Program, so everything's going to be incredibly rusty. I'm going to be completely out of it, I think. But we'll see. We shall definitely see what happens. Here we go. Nice to meet you. I'm Gene Kerman, flight director and your guide for this quick introduction. This is the Space Center. Okay, I know this stuff, so I'm going to... I do remember that much of it. So right click and move around. Left, middle click and scroll, and left click actually allows me to click on things. I can scroll in and out. And this is apparently my new... So this is what my place looks like. Not particularly fond of the grass. The water seems to disappear in the distance. That's interesting. Probably because... Actually, I don't know. Okay, so we've got research and development, astronaut complex, administration. Nothing's really changed here. Everything seems exactly as it should be. Let's have a look at our research, though. So we have basic rocketry and engineering 101, and you can see that that is my list. So it's pretty big. I've got quite a large tech tree. I remember the tech tree being much smaller when I last played, like maybe about that big. I definitely do not recall it being this large, but that's completely okay. As I said, we're still messing around with a few things. Astronaut complex, I know about these. So Jeb's there, Bill, Bob and Valentina are all there. Fantastic. Okay. Anyone else that I've got? Is Kurt here? No. No Kurt. Why are there no Kurts? Where's Kurt's Kerman? Spaceplane hangar, mission control, vehicle assembly building. Okay, I remember I need to make science, so what I'll do is I'm going to go to the spaceplane hangar and let's just have a look at what potential parts we sort of have available. Right. Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry Engineer. This is the spaceplane hangar. Here is where we build spacecraft that later will take off from the runway. On your left you will find components to construct your own spaceplane. Select a starting part, then attach others to it to build. I can't do a German accent, that's terrible. I don't even think he's von Kerman, he might be German, could be Austrian, for example. Maybe I should do an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent or something like that. But anyway, I do recognise some of these things. I just want to know what is and isn't available. I think maybe rockets are the one to go for. Maybe we shouldn't go for a space plane. So let's get out of this. Let's go for straight to rockets, because I know how to do rockets. I know how to do planes, but I know how to do rockets better, especially with what we have available. Does it have the same music? No, I know which music I'm after. Right, so we have the Orion re-entry module. We also have the command pod. Command pod's normally what we start with. Originally built as a placeholder for the demonstration mock-up of a rocket, the Mark I command pod was heralded as a far safer and more reliable option than its predecessors by rocket scientists throughout the world. It's now commonly seen in active service. So there's a potential for us. Then we've got the Orion re-entry module. The Design Bureau cried when the Finance Department cried, "That's your lot." I don't understand. Anyway, these things cost, but I don't think I have to worry about funds in this test today. So, solid rocket. Yes. I remember this now. We start with solid. Can I just move you to here, please? Thank you. And yes, I do remember what we start with now. We'll go for that one. Nope, that's not the one. Wait, then how big are you? Now you're pretty big too. I will go for this. Yep. That's not what I meant to do, but it's fine. There we go. There's our first rocket. Good evening. Good evening, John. Thank you very much for joining me. Joining us. It's been a long time since I've played this. If you want to see things go wrong, you've come to the right place. If you want to see things go right, possibly the right place, maybe not. Right. Everything else here is fine. Some aerodynamics, always go for aerodynamics. And I am keen on the triangular fins. I've always been quite keen on those. There we go. They do provide some sort of nice stability. A nose cone with a parachute. That's something I need. Oh, do we still have... Oh, we have a lot of science. The Kerbal engineering system. I don't want to... Right, we do have a fair amount of science available, which is good. I'll certainly be using that to begin, but I want to get the parachute on. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now let's throw the science in. We don't have any payload bays, do we? Nope. Right. Let's see. Mystery goo containment unit. We always use this. Always. Sure, we'll go for 3 of them, because you never know when you need 3. Flight computer. The ER7500 goes back to its roots with the Kerbal engineering system. This unit has been proven to at least 1 × 10 to the -5 times faster than a standard hard drive. Really? Don't tell anyone, but it's actually just the chip version in a fancy box with flashing lights and spinny things. Sure, I'll add a flight computer on. This is going... I've forgotten. This is just... I forgot how these things used to work. There we go. I'll stick one of those on, and the Kerbal engineering system. The Kerbal engineering system boasts an impressive 128 bits of solid-state storage and enough processing power to run at least 3, not 1, not 2, count it, 3 digital watches. I'm throwing these on just for test purposes. I want to see what happens. That's how much it will cost. Right. Let's see. If I were to name this aircraft, name the spacecraft, okay. What should we name it? I'll wait 15 seconds for names, and if not, I will find a name for it myself. I've already got a name in my head. Okay, I think the name that I'm going to choose is going to be quite unimaginatively Kerbal 1. There it is. I shall save Kerbal 1. There we go. Pocket rockets. Oh, we've got pocket rockets. Okay. Okay, I shall call this a pocket rocket. Let's change the name. Pocket rocket. I like that one. That's nice. There we go. I will delete the Kerbal 1. There we go. We have the pocket rocket. I mean, this is pretty much a pocket rocket. Right, let's have a look. All the information about this rocket. Enter ship description. This is the pocket rocket. Doesn't do much. Actually, I'm going to do that without a conjunction, like that. It does not do much, but it is the best we have. There we go. That's the name, pocket rocket. Job done. Okay, so it's got 11 parts, costs that much, weighs 2.5 tons approximately. ISP. What's ISP? 165 seconds. I have no idea. Thrust 192 kilonewtons. No torque? What? I guess we haven't tested it, that's why. 7.44 tower max. Not a clue. Delta V 825 meters per second. On an 8.8 second burn. Is that how fast it's going to get? Interesting. We can look at this and work out what's going to happen. Okay, so at that we've got a delta V of 700. This is interesting because I've not particularly seen these compact modes. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, I think we're ready to try this. Here we go. It's time to go to the launch pad. Actually, it's not. It's time to stage this correctly. Rocket booster first, then separate. Or then parachute, sorry. Alright, what does MechJeb tell me? Some modules are disabled. Okay, so I don't have MechJeb. Fine. Let's launch. Let us launch. Right. Flight engineer, what are you? You can go over there. Don't know what the flight engineer is. That's our rocket. It's a tiny little thing. How do I... There we go. I remember how to do this. I forgot how to take screenshots though. I need to check the settings just quickly for controls. Refer Space Center, quit to main menu. Okay, well, fine. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. There's our rocket, and you know what I'm going to do? Simulation log. Okay. 2 simulation logs. I'm going to observe the mystery goo. And I'm going to collect the science from this. I'm going to observe the mystery goo from this one. And also collect this science. And the mystery goo here. And collect this science. Because for this run, we are not going anywhere. We are staying right here. I'm going to grab a crew report from Jeb. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. There we go. There's Jeb's crew report, and we are done. We are recovering said vessel. That was it. That was our very first test. Absolute first test. And there we go. We've got some science. 5.4 science, actually. So we can now go to R&D and actually grab something. So what am I going to grab? A decoupler would be nice. A thermometer, a communicatron. A communotron, not a communicatron, a communotron. This looks good. And I think the decoupler would be pretty helpful since we're probably going to be ditching our solid booster over and over. So we don't want the solid booster to destroy itself. And I don't know whether the parachute can handle it. So we're going to grab the decoupler. There we go. And we are on our way out. Back to the vehicle assembly building. And let's make a slight minor, just minor, adjustment to the pocket rocket before we actually take it off. And for that, we are going to go to coupling. Add in the TR12 decoupler to this. Like so. Add in the stage. And save that. That is now ready to go wherever it needs to go. Okay. Now, we don't have much in the way of control. That's the other thing. Oh, actually, we're not ready to launch. I just realised something. Shush. Recover the vessel. There you go, Mr. Chekhov. Right. Come on. Why does it take so long to load? I know why it takes so long to load. Into the science bay we go. There are a few things that we need to do. And that is science. This doesn't seem to actually do anything, so we'll get rid of those. And we're going to add a thermometer on instead. Just a simple thermometer. This thermometer is definitely not a store-bought model with some wires stuck to it. Warranty void if an engineer admits that it's actually a store-bought model with some wires stuck to it. Your statutory rights are not affected. Right. Let's continue. We don't have anything else, do we, that we could potentially mess around with? Nothing. We have life support. Nothing on the life support, but we have life support. Basic fin. Oh, yes, we can scale these things. I forgot that these things have scales. Of course. Oh, we're not going to scale anything. We don't need to. Configure vessel naming. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Ooh, that's nice. I do particularly like that one. I do particularly like that one. Good evening. Hopefully you are doing well. Here we go. Let's try this. Right. Now, the green people are called Kerbinauts. This is the planet Kerbin. Kerbin. There you go. And this is Kerbal Space Program. Okay, are we going to take off? Yes. Where are we going to go? I need it to get into the water. I really need this to get into the water. The problem is, I do not believe I have the control to get it in water. Okay, well, this could destroy everything. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I have some control. Okay, well, we went up. Let's observe the mystery goo up here. 7 science. Let's get crew reports from up here. 3.5 science. Let's toggle the display and log the temperature. 5 science. Okay. I just realised I cannot decouple. If I were to decouple right now, I'm going to lose all my science. Which means I need to swap these two out, and I'm going to only decouple if things go wrong. Okay, I will pull the chute at... As a matter of fact, I can just deploy the chute now. There we go. And we should land in the sea, which is exactly where I wanted to land, so that's a good thing. Can I... No, I don't need that. I want to... Right, this chute. This parachute better... We're doing 200 meters per second. We need to slow down. We need to slow down, and we are headed for land once again. This is bad. This is bad. We cannot head for land. Come on. Is that chute going to deploy? Shoot. Shoot. Okay, chute deployed, and it's slowing us down. That was horrible. That was genuinely horrible. Once we, though, hopefully at this speed, 5 meters per second, we should not get destroyed. This thing should be able to hit the ground at 7 meters per second. We might fall over, but that's okay. This is Kerbal Space Program. Nothing's done properly. We're on the sand. Please don't destroy. You didn't destroy. Yep, we did fall over though. Well done, rocket. Well, we've gone up, and now we just came back down. The goo accumulates near the water-facing side of the container. Ooh, interesting. So this mystery goo tends to go towards the water. Let's recover the vessel once again. And we should, in theory, have enough science to actually build a proper ship. 24 science earned. Let's go. Let's start actually building things. Basic rocketry, unlock. Stability, winglets, radial decouplers, aerodynamic nose cones. Oh wait, we have 19 science. We can only get one of these. Let's think. I don't need an SRB. I could do with a fuel tank, although I've got this tiny FLT 100 fuel tank. T200 fuel tanks essentially just double the size, I'm guessing. Again, no SRPs. The LVT10 Liquid, yeah, that could be useful. The Reliant could be useful. Heat shields, possibly more. We have more science here. Service bay. That's probably very useful. I think. Ooh. I think in order to be able to... Right. I think in order to be able to do this, we need to take this one. And I think that's going to give us the most... That's going to give us our best bet right now. Then we can get the stability and the general rocketry. Good. Right. Let's go into the VAB. Let's scrap our pocket rocket. And let's make Kerbal... Actually, no. Kerbal 1 will be the first one that goes to space. This clearly isn't going to go to space. Let's scrap this. There we go. Start again. Symmetry. Radial. Sure. Fine. Whatever. Command pod. Where are you? Why are you that far up? We're not making a rocket that big. It's not possible. But now we have liquid fuel engines. This is good. This is very good. So, should we do a test with a liquid fuel engine? I mean, that's, what? Grey and orange? Where's the orange? Right. Liquid fuel, oxidizer, liquid fuel and oxidizer. That's an interesting one. Right. Let's see what we get. Let's leave that where it is. I shall go ahead and go for... Let's go for 2 of these. Let's go for 2. There we go. And then... Beyond that, we shall... Ooh. I like that to be that colour. That's kind of nice. Let's stick the parachute on before I forget. Because I've done that before. I have forgotten the parachute before. Okay, that should be enough to take... Oh, well, that's an embarrassing engine, isn't it? There we go. That's more like it. So now we're talking about a real liquid fuel engine. Let's think. I need some stability, so we'll have to stick in some aerodynamics. Again, I'll go for the tri-fin design because I always like that tri-fin design. There we go. That's how we want that. And then... Oh yeah, we've got the service bay. Yes, bring this down. Grab the service bay, stick the service bay in. Lift that up. Beyond the service bay we shall have a decoupler. And if we do not need the decoupler, that's fine. But we will use the decoupler. We also have landing legs. I mean, we could take this off and land it again. Sounds like a bad idea. There's the decoupler. Fantastic. What's the shrouded decoupler? Wait a minute. A decoupler that can be completely covered completely by a decoupler shroud. No, I'll just leave this as it is. I will be deleting spam comments. Now, I'd stick the communicatron up there, but small problem, the parachute won't deploy. Utility, nope. I think we are fairly good there. That's a pretty tall ship though, that's the only issue. I'll open up the service bay, and in the service bay, of course, we are going to put some science. Where's my science? There it is. That's one right there. So, what science do we put in? I'll put in a we don't need 3 of these anymore. I'll put in one of these mystery goo containment units. Right there. I'll stick in a barometer right there. And a thermometer. Oops. I'll turn that around. There we go. Right there. Okay, so that should be quite happily concealed. Should not give us any problems. Right. I will pop that there, bring that along there. We've got the default. What? Why does that tell me 750 meters per second? Slightly confused about that. I've not seen that before. It never used to tell me that. Is that telling me how long? I mean, it's got a 15-second burn on it. Things are very different here. I guess that's telling me how fast this thing could potentially get. I'm guessing. Right. Let's try and take this one off. Untitled Kerbal Space Program spacecraft. This can be the pocket liquid rocket. Liquid pocket rocket. Pocket liquid rocket. The PLR. Why not? It is a bit better than what we had before, but not by much. At least we can control the engine now. Good. Let's save that. The pocket liquid rocket. And let's give that a quick fly. So this one we're going to fly and take it into the ocean, because that's probably the safest place for this thing to be, is in the ocean. Okay. Interstellar Thermal Mechanics Helper? What? It's wobbly. It's really wobbly. I shall switch on SAS and we shall look at my throttle. There's my throttle controls. Great. I remember how to do those. Flight controls should be okay. 752 meters per second is what it's telling me. I will go for liftoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Oh, it's a good liftoff, and we have the control that I'm looking for. Although we are burning fuel quite significantly. That's not bad though. We've got flight. We have got flight. Give us a roll. There we go. Now I've got control that way. And we are flying out over the ocean. That's perfect. It's doing exactly what we need to. I've left some fuel. There is a reason why I have left some fuel in here. I have an idea. Right, let's open this up and see what the mystery goo wants. Doesn't really care. How about your barometer? That's got some science. How about the thermometer? That doesn't care. Okay. We will close. Right, we are now descending. So here is the idea. I will bring this nose... Ooh, I've got to be careful here. Right. Bring that down. I want to also bring this altitude 1,500. And... oh, that's not what I meant to press. That's not what I meant to press. I was supposed to change that. That's gonna go in. That's gonna crash with a bang. That's gonna be a big bang. Go on, bang. There's the bang. But we are coming down quite nicely. At least this thing survived. Lesson learned. Check your stages. Check the stages, because I was supposed to use that to slow it down. Now we're just going to very gently make our way into the ocean. So you guys can just enjoy this going into the ocean. Actually, hang on a second. Isn't there a way to speed up time? Is that the time speed? No. What's the time speed up? There it is. Yes, I know. Let's bring that down. I remember some of the controls here. Only some. What do we have from the crew report? Nothing. Right. 80 meters. Where is the ocean? Why can I not see the ocean? I feel like something's a bit buggy here. Because I cannot see the ocean. I'm about to hit it. I guess I could just... I guess it's just see-through at the moment. Cool, I can see the ocean floor. That makes sense. Right, let's open this. Hopefully not flood it. Log the temperature. There we go, now we're getting some science. Now we have some science. Observe the mystery goo. We have some more science. And a crew report from you. We have some science. His crew report was probably, it's getting wet in here. Please save me. So let's save him and recover the vessel. Right. We got another 18.4 science, which means we can get what we require to go further. And that is... Right, is it general rocketry I want, or is it stability I want? That's the question. General rocketry or stability? I do not think I need the stability just yet, because I can fly this myself. So I'm not going to go for that. I think we should probably go for general rocketry. But then again, with general rocketry, I cannot really do much. I'm going to grab it anyway. Now, let's try and go higher. So we've managed to get control. We've managed to fly somewhere. We can go up. We can come back down. We've managed to have a few flights, no crashes. So now it's probably a good idea to try and figure out where we can go. Yes, I know how to use a tracking station. We have a bunch of launch sites. We have the desert launch site. I don't remember these. There's Kerbal Space Center. Boomerangs. I don't remember these. I remember having one launch site, and that was it. But okay. Let's try taking off from the Kerbal Space Center, flying a decent way out. How far out do I think we can fly? And ending up, I don't know, there somewhere. Or just out to sea. Just ending up out to sea while we've got a chance. And we can see just how well these things fly. So we'll go up, we'll turn around, we'll do a reverse burn, and we'll try and bring it back down safely. I think that sounds suitable. Then we can try and go up higher. Yeah, I think there's definitely something going on, because now the sky's not loading. Right, I've broken something clearly with a mod. But that's okay. We'll work on it. Right. No. No. I need that. I need that. There we go. Okay. What I need to do is I need to have this I need to give this more power. Yes, that's what I need to do. So how am I going to give it more power? More rockets. Of course. What's this? Modular girder segment. What? I can actually... Hang on a second. Yes, I can do this. This is going to be interesting. Right. What we're going to do... what we're going to do is... have a very, very different style of rocket launch. In fact, let's do that. That way I know which part's the top. Okay, and can I connect some solid rocket fuel boosters to... I can do this. This is terrible. This is a bad idea. But I can do it. What happens if I bring that down to 10%? Does it still... I don't know if it still wants to attach to it. It does. It does still attach to it. Okay. This can only be a bad idea. And obviously I don't have the nose cone to be able to really do this. So I can't... Well, I could stick all of those on. That would work. I mean, that could potentially do something or other. It's the worst designed rocket I've ever seen, but it's something. And that's certainly going to... Right, what we do... This is what we do. We bring this down to... 30%. Okay, 31%. So all of these are down to 31%. Yes. Give them all the yellow stripe because they probably need a yellow stripe, warning us what we're about to do is absolutely crazy. Right. Right. Let's see what we've got. If I were to... This is not... This is terrible. Do I have bigger rockets? Bigger boosters? Yeah, I've got the ridiculous booster. I'm not taking that up. Alright, I'll try this. I will try this regardless. We will stage this in what way? We will stage it in that, then that. Then when that detaches, those fire. Then we have that. Or we could have all 4 parachutes if we wanted to. So I would... Let me... No. I'll do that. That's what I'm going to do. Just so I've got the possibility of landing this vehicle somewhere. Okay, let's see what this one does. This is not the pocket liquid rocket. This is the Kerbal 1. Essentially a mashup of 2 wait a minute, what button opens that? Of 2 rockets. That's pretty much what it is. This can only go well. Save it. How did I get that additional launch? How did I do that? There we go. I didn't know we had this. Launch. This could only go wrong. That's not good. Also, is it really dark already? No, the planet's just somehow lost its atmosphere. What on earth? No, it's still got an atmosphere. It looks strange, but it's fine. Fine, I guess there's a few bugs with the mods that... Probably because the mod was for 1.8 and this is 1.9. I am not too sure about the thrust on these. I'll be honest. If this goes wrong, I'm going to have to go for abort immediately. But let's have a look. Lift off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, they don't have the power to launch me into space very quickly. No, they don't. That's a minor problem. Although I can reduce the power and just very gently start flying. I don't have any ailerons or anything on this. We'll go in that direction. Oh, it's wobbling. Yeah, these things don't have the power to go anywhere. That hasn't really worked. Hasn't really worked at all. And they're out of power. Guess I could just keep going with this. And what are we looking at? We're looking at that. That's terrible. That's as far as we're getting. However, I wonder what the crew report's going to say from here. Nothing. It's too low down. So this hasn't gone well. This has clearly gone very wrong. So those rocket boosters are not powerful enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use all the parachutes and bring the whole thing down incredibly slowly. So we're going to move that out the way, and I will... Right, I know we're coming down quick, but I'm going to fire up the rockets to slow our descent and get those 3 parachutes. Now we don't have drogue chutes, so that's why we're not slowing down as quickly. And that parachutes now. All 4 parachutes opened up. Whoa, there's something strange about this. I don't know why they're not ripping off. Something about those girders it's not gone quite to plan. But we're getting somewhere very slowly. And by very slowly, I mean very slowly. Right. Don't know what these people are saying in Kerbal. I don't understand Kerbal. 80 meters. Right. I need to figure out what's going on with this configuration. I think something's clearly configured wrong with the mod, and I don't know which one it is. That's MechJeb. What's that? ScanSat. That's Flight Engineer. That's the alarm clock one. That's the docking one. Is it you? No, I don't think it's you. That's Chatter. Okay, well, at least we survived another encounter, another space, not even space, another atmosphere. Just an atmospheric flight, really. What I'm going to do is try and find from the settings what is going on with the textures. Because something's clearly gone a bit wonky with the texture. And I don't... There it is. There it is, Eve. Right, okay. Is this it? Because we're missing an atmosphere here. Again. What's going on? No config. Please add a config with the content. Eve atmosphere to populate. I don't know. I only downloaded this today. Okay, well, I'm going to pretend that I know what's going on this. That's the Kerbal alarm clock. What's this? Scatterer. Okay, well, I don't need to worry about that. That's the manual. Good. So they do have a manual. Messages, I remember that. And that's ScanSat, which is something we haven't got just yet. Okay. What did I do to break this? That's what I want to know. Has that come back? Please tell me that's made the atmosphere come back. No, it hasn't. Strange. Let me quit to main menu. Let me save the game. Save as test, because it is a test. Let me quit to main menu and then try and get back into the game. See if it loads up the atmosphere. See, there's the atmosphere there. That's absolutely fine. Resume saved. Test. Load. Please work. Please. No atmosphere. What's happened? It was working a few moments ago and now it's gone. Right. Let me have a look quickly online. KSP Eve Black Atmosphere. There we go. Eve mod. Let's go back into the VAB while we're at it, so we can have a look at the atmosphere's disappeared. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those mods, clearly. Because look, that's what it's supposed to be outside, clearly. But I'm not sure. Not sure what's caused that. How do I fix the black planet glitch? Here we go. No, don't know. I do not know. Well, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. For now, let's open up our Kerbal 1, which was absolutely rubbish. And I mean absolutely rubbish with a capital rubbish. So we'll open that up. And then we probably need to do some edits. Now, first thing we need to do is get rid of these. Those were just junk. They did nothing for us whatsoever. Now, what we'll do instead is we will get rid of... Right, let's remove that. Bring that up. And... fuel tanks. Give me a fuel tank. FD200s. There we go. What's weights? Nope. Come on. Right, you go away. You go away. You go away. 2 FD200 fuel tanks. There and there. And now, suddenly, we have something. I remember these designs. There we go. Now we have a larger ship. Not a large ship, a larger ship. Could this get us pretty high into the atmosphere? I think it can. I think it is possible for this to do that. However, I am going to also add in a little bit more. I need some more safety here. We're going to go for radial mount drogue chutes on this and one on this. Now, where does that open again? Yes, that's fine. So those should slow us down. That's the idea. Those should slow us down when we need them. Also, I'm assuming that these should... Right, now, you do that. There's a full-on... You can have a full-on parachute as well. So, the plan is that goes... When that detaches, those fire, sure. Then that and that fire at the same time? No. I want you to fire first, then you. That should give us something there. And I need some controls. I need some stability in this aircraft. There we go. I want the basic fin. That's a problem. I want the basic fin to be like that. In which case, you need to move around for this particular one to that side, and you need to follow, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Okay, we have a rocket. This is the Kerbal one redesigned. Redesigned, I mean it's probably going to be absolutely rubbish. There we go, and we'll launch. Let's see what we've got. Only been going for 58 minutes. 2 viewers. Oh, there's the black atmosphere again. What is wrong with it? Yes, I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, Jeb, you seem to be happy inside. Let's take a look inside. This is what we've got. That's very realistic, actually. That's fairly realistic. Let's switch on the SAS. There we go. Don't need RCS thrusters. Probably don't have to switch any of these switches. Just obviously. How do I get out of this again? C. C, yep. That's it. V, no, C, no. Oh dear. I'm sideways. Auto. Auto camera, right. Let's try a liftoff this time, and we're going up pretty high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Okay, we're going to go this way. This is probably the wrong way to go, but we're going to go this way. I do not want to increase above 330 meters per second until we're past about 6,000 feet. Yes, I am missing the sea for some reason. I have done something. I have clearly done something that's gone very, very horribly wrong before the stream. You can see the aerodynamics there. You can actually see the... There we go, we're through. We're past that, so I can go for... Nope, we're still... Right, we're still going up. There's a lot of flickering of the textures and everything, so I am a little bit concerned. Okay, but we have managed to do something. We're at 14,000 feet. 14,000 meters, sorry. 15,000 meters. It's about 50,000 feet. And we are now out. Okay. I will go for a full detach of that. Let that do what it needs to do. Drogue chute has deployed. I'm not sure where that's going to go. Crew report from here. Upper atmosphere. We are in the upper atmosphere, apparently. Don't recall being in the upper atmosphere. There's cities down there. Huh. This has changed a lot of things. 310 Kelvin. 1.3 kilopascals. That's not bad. And what does the mystery goo do? Seems to be getting very cold. Okay. Fine. Absolutely fine. We're descending. We are descending. I want my atmosphere back. Jebediah Kerman is insane. What's that button? Remove slot. Should I make a go on EVA whilst we're... No, let's not do that. Okay, so apparently you can't really... Right, okay. Let's rotate this to face our... Oh, this is difficult. I know which way it wants to turn. This is quite difficult to manage. Okay, that should give us a fair amount of resistance. I don't think these are really cities. I think it's just texture for some reason. Maybe I'll remove the mod. I know what mod's causing this problem, so maybe I'll just remove the mod. Okay, we are slowing down. And now we're in a descent that I cannot control. So I will activate the drogue chute, which will slow us down much faster. And I am aiming for that area there. There we go, we are slowing down very nicely. 150 meters per second. Okay, apparently we're going to land here. What's that? It's a little tiny thing there I can see. Interesting. Yeah, this is just a texture for some reason. Okay, so I need to look at what this mod's doing, because clearly it's not doing something right. There's the drogue chute slowing us down very nicely. Yep, this mod perhaps is not usable with this current version of Kerbal Space Program. That's probably the issue. And we can continue down at 30 meters per second. So we're doing about, for those people who like working in miles per hour, that's about 75 miles per hour. I think 120 kilometers per hour. I'll go for the full parachute now, and I will cut this chute. There we go. And we are just happily going to just do the last few hundred meters and land safe and sound. Okay, it's a bit long. What I might do is if I decide to stream this again, I'll switch off, I'll get rid of this mod. What is that? Is that just a tree? Oh, I might get Jebediah to walk all the way over to that tree. What's his crew report right now? Oh no, I don't want to overwrite the crew report. Let's not do that. I don't know where exactly we are. I need to get a ScanSat on this and start bringing that up. Right, ISP. What is an ISP on this? Delta VES, thrust, TWR. I know what an ISP is, and my brain's just not... It's not working correctly. And we're down. Recover the vessel. And... Okay, here we go. 31 science earned. Right. Next, research. And what do we have? Stability there, and general construction, which is going to take 45. That's going to take 45, that's going to take 45, and that's going to take 45. That's the stability one, though. I could potentially do this. Radial decoupler, that could work for me. But with that, what I'm going to do is end this stream. It's not been a terrible test. Starting to see a few things. Things are working. There's a lot here. There is a lot here. I might actually start doing a sandbox, some sort of sandbox series on this. We shall have to see. ScanSat. Where's the ScanSat? There they are. It tells me where they are. There's one. There's another. There's another. There's another. And there's another. Very nice. Thank you very much for watching, everybody who was watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Plenty more episodes coming up on the channel. Perhaps not Kerbal Space Program. I'm going to go to try and see if I can fix this. Still didn't get space. I knew we wouldn't get space, but we did have a rocket, and that's a big deal. So, to boldly go where no green man has gone before. Interesting. But I shall take your leave, and I'll see you guys next time on stream, where maybe I'll play more Kerbal Space Program, but I shall have it fixed. I'll see you guys then.